Hi, Mom. Today we're taking you back to Wales, to Isfryn, our house in Carnarvon.
Sarah and I spent years imagining bringing you and Dad and our kids to a house in Wales, and we've had the house in Wales for a year and a half. We haven't been able to bring you here yet, so today is the day. My mom loves Wales, and we've taken her there a lot, but she can't go anymore, so now we're bringing Wales to her. Off to the right,
Turn right onto Bank Quay, then turn left onto Church Street.
So as we approach Carnarvon, you can see the walled town, and Isfryn is actually inside the walled town. We're going to pass a couple of the towers here, and you'll see on the left there is the church, St. Mary's Church, which was built originally in...
The stone church was built in 1307. The town itself was started in 1283 by King Edward after the conquest of Wales. The town was actually an English town, so King Edward brought in English settlers into this area, and where this house is now was actually the Queen's Garden.
And we are now on Church Street, or Strydigluis, which is the street that our house is on. You'll see it on the right. It's a big white house next to the greenhouse.
So the house is 3 stories. It's a terraced house, which means it has neighbors on both sides, like right up against it.
And you can see the street is incredibly narrow. And the big selling point of the house is, of course, that as we look up here, you can see the Menai Strait.
Yeah, so it's an interesting feature that our house is mirrored in the house next door and has only windows front and back.
And as you walk in, you can see the tile work on the floor. That was original for the house. There was carpet over it when we bought it.
We have pictures of Dan ripping it up.
Yeah, we do. In the 2 sitting rooms that you're going to see off to the left as you enter, we've recently had the floors redone. They had old, horrible carpets in them, but they're now much warmer and more comfortable places.
We bought the house a year and a half ago. We bought it as is after a couple of years of trying to buy a house in Wales. We weren't sure exactly where we wanted to buy a house at first. We knew we wanted to be in a town. We knew we wanted to be amongst people who spoke Welsh predominantly, and over time found that Carnarvon really fit the bill for that. All of the pictures in the house are Dan's. He's taken them, so as you go by, you can maybe catch a glimpse of some place that we have visited as well. This is our back garden, which we're steadily working on, and that's the deck that we'll take you up on in a second. Yes. This is the second sitting room. This is sort of my office. Since we bought the house as is, we've kept a lot of the furniture that they had, but a few things we did buy, and that includes my desk and setup so that I could work here.
Yes. And we do let out the house. So as we go through the rooms upstairs, you'll notice that they're kind of laid out like a holiday let. There's the towels on the beds and that sort of thing. This is a dining room, and we recently had the floors redone in there, which is nice. It had carpet that was horribly stained, and who knows what was in it.
Don't ask.
Yes. A bit of a small kitchen with washer and dryer and a bathroom in the back.
As we go outside, wanted to say a little bit about what was back here and what was here before, and that this is our little garden, but The land that our house is built on used to be known as the Queen's Garden, because when Carnarvon was built, starting in 1283, and that's when they built a wall around the town and the castle, this area was given to Queen Eleanor, King Edward's wife. It was the Queen's Garden for several hundred years until Queen Victoria gave it as a school in the 1800s.
Gave it to a school.
To a school. This view, of course, is the most amazing thing about our house, really. Something that we love to come out and look at over the Menai Strait.
This drone shot shows you there's that addition on the back of the house, or they called it an outrigger, not a term that as an American I was familiar with. And we're going to go up to the first floor and look at that section of the house now. The house was originally a school, as Sarah said, and this section off the back was, we believe, put on after a fire destroyed the school. And they actually rebuilt, the house wasn't there, it was a school building, but they built the house over the foundations and using some of the existing walls from the school and put on this addition. Half of the addition is ours and half of it is our neighbors. It's split down the middle. This section, we believe, when the house was being run as a bed and breakfast, was where the person who ran the bed and breakfast would stay. So they had their own bathroom and bedroom back here. The rest of the video, we're going to go through the main part of the house, the first and the second floors. And there's 3 bedrooms on each floor. And you'll see there's a small bedroom right off the landing that faces the front of the house, and then these 2 larger bedrooms.
So this is basically located over the front door of the house. One of the issues about buying a house in Wales at all is some concern about foreigners coming in and buying houses and actually diluting Welsh-speaking communities, where some percentage of houses throughout a town are empty a lot of the time or holiday lets. And also driving up house prices so that native Welsh families and native Welsh speakers can't afford to buy a house. And so that was one of our issues in figuring out which house that we might buy, because we didn't want to be part of that. We didn't want to take a house away from a Welsh family that otherwise maybe not be able to buy a house. And this house has been a business, I guess, for quite a long time. During the last century, it was a bed and breakfast, which is why the setup down in the outrigger was with the back bedroom and then 2 bathrooms next to each other, because we think that's where the owner lived. And then for the last 20 years, it was just exclusively a holiday let. So no family has lived here for many, many, many years.
Yes. And it's kind of perfect. We run it as a business.
When we bought the house, we bought it as is. And so there's some of the things that we've had to redo, we had to do pretty quickly, including the 2 bathrooms on this floor, because no family had lived here for a long time. I think nobody had noticed, for example, that the toilets were linking into the walls. That was a little bit of a concern. So when we first bought the house, we hastily had both bathrooms redone. We've repainted, we've re-rendered, we've redone the gutters, and slowly, steadily working on it to make little improvements.
The floors that you saw on the ground floor and the first floor, we've redone just in the last year, and we'll continue to, as funds are available, to upgrade the floors and try to fix things.
A big part of it, given the history, not only in Carnarvon, but given that the land it's on was the Queen's Garden and then the school and now the house, is that I sort of feel like this house is in trust to us. You know, we're holding it for a time and then we'll pass it on, and we want to make sure that we pass it on in better condition than we found it. And our neighbors, basically everybody we've encountered has been incredibly kind to us, these sort of strange Americans planted down in their midst.
Yes, and it has been really successful in terms of being able to work on your Welsh. We have people, acquaintances, friends who we've met in town will stop by and just ring the bell and have tea and speak Welsh for half an hour or so, and are very patient.
Patient is important, yes.
This is the master bedroom, or what we would call a master bedroom, with the lovely view. Although we rarely spend time up there during the day because we're out and about or working. Are you going to comment about how long I linger on this bathroom shot
You lingered
again?
on the bathroom for a long time. It's a nice bathroom.
So one last look out the window before we wrap up this tour of Isfryn, our house in Carnarvon. And really, the strength of the house is its location. And you can see here the mountains of Eryri in the background as we pan across, with Menai Strait in the foreground and Carnarvon Castle off to the right. It's hard to imagine a better location for us to spend time in Wales. So I hope you enjoyed this visit to Isfryn, Mom.
Well, when I was 29 years old and clambering over the Rocky Mountains with you in a backpack, I would never have thought I would be doing this at age 75.
Yeah.
So tell me, are we going to climb anything that's more challenging than this?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, I guess we don't have to worry.